You ready for some wrestling, pal?
Yep,
Okay, that wasn't. You had no enthusiasm behind it. It's just like, yep.
I'm ready.
Wow. So let's just get started right at the fallout from Revolution. So before we even get into it, how did you like Dynamite last night?
It was pretty good. I like the new stage. Tunnels.
Well, they're back. They're back.
Yeah.
So
Someone did the comparison to like NXT 2.0, how colorful that was and how colorful this is.
okay, so it's an actual back and forth thing because if you remember the very first Dynamite, they did like a color splash thing. And when they did the
Yeah.
color splash thing, that was the very first like set of dynamites. And I remember when NXT 2.0 did it, everybody was like, wow, they just copied off of Dynamite. And then it goes back
Yeah.
when Dynamite reverts to the colors, they go, wow, they copied off of NXT 2.0. And it's like, no, they just copied off themselves. And you think that they copied off of this thing because you don't remember how long ago that was. And it's just really, it's like a circle. Like, what the fuck?
I was gonna like, compare it to the chicken and the egg type of shit.
Yeah, it's like it's very weird because people are like, yeah, it's like NXT 2.0. I'm like, yeah, but you said NXT 2.0 was just like Dynamite 1.0. So I was very confused. I was very confused when people say that. It's like, dude, it's just going back to the basics. So
The
I
the only thing I didn't like was the logo. The logo reminds me of the CW Flash.
okay, so I actually like the logo. I actually like the logo. The logo feels something, and it just like
Okay.
it feels like something out of I don't know exactly how to put it, but like the logo feels good to me. It just doesn't feel like it should be Dynamite. I'm being honest. Like it shouldn't be Dynamite. Like this feels like it should be like a whole nother show because like it's too pretty to be Dynamite. And I know people are like, well,
Okay.
cool. It's just too pretty to be like the wording, the lettering is way too pretty to be Dynamite, but it's okay.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's I like so for the last 24 hours since the show been off the air, I've like been in this like this really like this is a thing that always happens and like this bothers the shit out of me. It's always the same thing when you go to criticize AEW, it turns into full on degeneracy war from the AEW weirdos. And it's just like it bothers me because it's like this is not like every time somebody criticizes AEW, they always go, "You're being a hater. You're a Vincel. You're this. You're that." And it's like, no. It's like then people are like, "Oh, people are doing things in bad faith," and it's like, no, that's not what's happening. Like, I swear to God, like sometimes when people criticize stuff, they like didn't start people start pulling up old tweets was like, look, you said this in a tweet, that means you hate AEW, so you shouldn't be criticizing them. And you're just like, it's like, no, what are you guys doing? This is how you run off a fan base that are like dedicated to AEW. You run them off. And like I barely tweet about AEW stuff because they're just fucking degenerate weirdos and like I really fucking hate that because like then like once you see something you get like the WWE like marks they all go, oh, let's berate this post, and they're like, first off, this was just an actual criticism somebody put out, and then WWE marks parade and AEW weirdos just like want to destroy everything, and it's like that's not the way to fucking build your company and help your company. Do not do that. And also, when shit happens in AEW, please stop saying we. You don't work for that fucking company. When you address TK, and you don't know Tony Khan, you don't TK. You did it again. You don't know that man. Don't say we as in like a whole collective, like you work there. You don't. You don't like you're if you're speaking for the fan base, that's a different. But you're speaking we is in I'm part of AEW also, and then you have AEW all elite in your name. You're not part of the company. You're not on the team, little bro. You're not on the team. Like chill. Like that shit is ridiculous. I hate that. I fucking hate that.
I see those a lot. I see those a
Yeah,
lot. The all elite fans licking their name.
it's like it's so stupid, and I love how people always go, "Well, you don't point out the WWE marks, dude. Nobody gives a fuck about them. They're fucking casuals. Nobody gives a fuck about the WWE marks. Like you're fucking casuals. You don't really know wrestling. You don't know what the fuck is going on. You're a fucking casual. Like that's why I don't like. I never pay attention to anybody that's like straight up WWE mark and they all they know is WWE. It's like you don't know anything else. Shut the fuck up. Like you only know WWE. You're a fucking casual. Like everything they say is just invalid because like all they watch is WWE. So it's like they're invalid. Like for AEW, you supposed to watch other shit, but then you just act like AEW is the God Supreme King on high and nobody can touch it. And it's like that's wrong. I go through this rant every fucking week because every fucking week some motherfuckers on Twitter start shit because they want to defend AEW from valid criticisms. We're gonna get to whatever the criticism was later on in the show because it plays into a part of the story. And it's like yeah, like there's a valid criticism and like people had it and then like I'll explain why it wasn't a thing later on, but it's like holy shit, like you guys are fucking weird and it's getting on my nerves. Like it gets to the point where like I want to like just like stop like just block everything AEW on my timeline, but that means I would miss out on a shit ton of everything cool that happens at AEW. It's just I just fucking hate the fan base. Like the fan base is like just really fucking rotten like I know there is some like really cool AEW fans, and it's like I know them and they're really cool because they watch wrestling and they just talk about wrestling and enjoy wrestling. And when there's a valid criticism, they say, you know what? That is a criticism. That's not hatred. I understand that. They may not agree, but they're like, oh, that's criticism. I don't agree with you, but that's a criticism that I see and I understand. You're not hating because you're just criticizing. It's like, yeah, that's exactly what everybody else should be doing.
Yeah.
It's just fucking annoying. So, and I know people are like, I hate when he does this rant. He does this rant almost every week. Well, if they don't fucking annoy me, I won't do this goddamn rant every week. So just tell them to stop fucking annoying me, and we won't have this rant every fucking week.
Stop fucking annoying people. If you don't want to hear it, don't stop pissing them off. I'm fine
So
with it. So
yeah, because that's because you're not on Twitter and like on the internet just like I am. Like I'm just like deeply entrenched in the internet. And I know some people that
no, I
say,
mean I'm fine with your rant
"Oh, okay, I
because
thought you meant."
you have a good point to be pissed off. You know what I mean? You have valid criticism, as you said.
Yeah, because it's valid. Like it's not even that
Yeah,
bad. So we start off AEW with something that like a lot of people. I lie to you not. A lot of people literally just was like, "Oh, this is a nothing thing." And the same people hate this kind of a situation in WWE. They hate this situation, but this was like a total WWE move. This first whole segment was a total WWE move. And I was like, okay, but like you hate when WWE does it. And they're like, no, 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 but this is a good match. Like you're stupid and like that doesn't make sense. I'm like, okay, here you go with the bullshit again. Like you literally create WWE for this shit and you're like, nah, this is bullshit. And it's like, okay, it's the same shit, but all right, whatever. So
it's a whole double standard.
yeah, and like I don't understand it. And then when you point it out and be like, well, you know that you guys just yelled about this and when they did it over here, but AEW does it better. And it's like there's no such thing as doing it better. It's the same exact thing. It's like there's no this is better than that. It's the same thing. You didn't do anything different. It's the same fucking thing. It's just it's so annoying. It's so annoying. So we get Swerve out there and Swerve is saying, yo, I lost, but for the first time ever, I felt like you guys had my back. You guys were cheering me. Like everything I did, I felt you guys. And I felt like I let you down. And like this is like him becoming full face. But at the same time, it's
Yeah,
like, dude, these last 4 or 5 months, everybody has been behind you and they've been chanting your fucking name, singing your theme song. They've been behind you this whole time. This wasn't like they just showed up was like, oh, we're gonna be behind you at Revolution. They've been behind you. Like you've been the guy for them since forever. So like you're just like coming to the realization that they're behind you.
He had a Zack Ryder tool moment. Dude, you just called me a tool?
Yeah, that's exactly what it was. It's like, dude, like they've been behind you, and then Joe comes out, and so he's telling Joe, if I face you one on one, I could beat you. And he challenges Joe to go right there, and then the Undisputed Kingdom pops up. They pop up, and they basically say, "Yo, Warlow, Warlow's next." And then I didn't like this. Swerve like
Hmm?
basically says something about he needs his teeth fixed, and he's got Britt Baker's second phone number, and he could give her a call right now. And it's like, okay, like one, you're a face, and two, why disrespect Adam Cole? He didn't do nothing to you. Like I know that he's a fucking heel, but he didn't even say anything bad to you, and you're like, no, I'm just gonna disrespect your woman. And it's like, why? Like that had nothing to do with nothing. I felt bad, and I know it's because like I love Adam Cole, but I felt bad. And you seen it in his face, like he genuinely was like, dude, what the fuck? That had nothing to do with it. It's like he just had this random face, like, what the fuck? Like why did you take a shot like that? Like I was like, yeah, like that you didn't have to do that.
I found it kind of funny though. Like he's a face, but he's kind of like I text you like he's our new scumbag. Like he's our new like good guy, but yet still an asshole.
Yes. Like despite all of my opinions on Swerve, the character and the progression. Like, because I have a lot of opinions. I'm not going to say them here because I don't want the weirdos to come after me. But I have a lot of opinions on Swerve. Despite all of that, he is a good bad guy. He's a good bad guy, which he's not saying that he's a really good bad guy is a good bad guy. He's a good guy that is a bad guy. That's all it is.
Yeah,
Not I wasn't giving him credit for anything. But it's like he's a good guy that's a bad guy. So yeah, he's that.
yeah,
And then basically they set up a tag team match with the Kingdom versus Joe and Swerve on the show. And it's like, okay, they just go right into it. I was like, all right. And it was a total WWE move. They just set the stuff up. It was an all right match. I mean, not that good, but it was all right.
yeah. They kept trying to one up each other. They meaning Swerve and Joe.
Yeah. And then after the match, they announced that next week at Big Business, it's going to be Wardlow versus Joe. So because it's Wardlow versus Joe, it looks like Swerve versus Joe is going to be at Dynasty.
Yeah,
Yeah, I to be honest, like I agree with a lot of other people he should win it at Wembley Stadium. And after the match, Joe choked out Swerve and basically told Wardlow, "I'm gonna fuck you up." But it's like I agree with a lot of people that Swerve should win it at Wembley Stadium or at a bigger show than Dynasty. Like if they hold it off to Double or Nothing, I'd be like, all right, I'm okay with that. Even though Double or Nothing is like in 2 months, it's like, yeah, I'm okay with that. Like I have no problem with that.
yeah. The problem is like holding it back though. I guess
Yeah,
have Hangman keep fucking with him.
we'll get to the Hangman stuff later. But here's the thing: I think that they should have like put Wardlow versus Joe on a pay per view. Like they should have put it on a pay per
Yeah,
view. It's a big meaty man match, but I guess they want to build up big business, which is like, oh, okay, cool. Like I mean, I guess so. So then we get something that was totally fucking unnecessary. It was not needed. We had a Hook in the back, and he's getting ready, and then all of a sudden Jericho comes in and says, "Dude, when I was Lionheart and I came into ECW, your dad was the first person I wrestled, and he dropped me on my head, and he said that I was cool, and I owe him some respect. And then a few weeks later, you dropped me on my head, and I'm okay with that. But you know what? I got your back because your dad had my back. So yeah." And it's like, why did you insert yourself in a Hook business? Like you have no fucking reason to be there. Like this was so fucking unnecessary. I despise Jericho. I despise him. It's like, why are you even being inserted in this? You have nothing to do with this. You literally have nothing to do with this. Like, no, I want to be part of Hook's story. Why? Like, if this leads to Hook choking you out and getting a win, and it's like, to me, it means nothing. To other people to be like, oh, he beat Jericho. To me, it means nothing because like it's Jericho. Like, who gives a fuck? Like, who gives a fuck?
I
I'm
mean, last young guy to beat him to my like memory, and y'all know my memory's bad. Fucking Action Andretti, and look where he's at. It
yeah.
didn't
He's
help
like
him whatsoever.
exactly. It's like what the fuck? Like this does nothing. Like this actually makes me less interested in the Hook because Jericho's attached to him. And it's like I don't like that.
Yeah,
So then we
but
get
I think the only reason they're doing it is because, and we'll talk about it later. You know, if you want the Sammy situation.
dude. No, we talk about that now. That shit makes
Okay.
zero fucking sense. Like everything about that has zero fucking sense. Like Sammy got suspended for a concussion on Jeff Hardy. He knocked Jeff Hardy out in the match that he had with Jeff Hardy, and apparently he kept going after they told him to go home. So they suspended him because of that. But he wrestled a match after that. So they just suspended him this week, like 2 weeks later after the match. That makes no fucking sense because you should have suspended the referee. You should suspend the doctor because all of them should have stopped the match if it was that serious of a concussion. And they were like, oh, we need to stop the match. Why the fuck did Sammy get suspended and no one else got suspended? And then people are like, oh,
Exactly.
they were like, oh, maybe it's a conspiracy or something else. Okay, I hope it's something else because that makes no sense. And like you literally still have the ref there. He didn't get suspended, and you also have the fucking doctor that didn't get suspended. It's just Sammy. It's like no, Sammy went in business for himself. No, he didn't. He literally just did. He literally. This is what they told him. Go home. So Sammy, in his mind, is like, go home is the finishing spot. So we go home. And that's what Sammy did. He kept going because they said go home now, and he just went into the finish instead of just
Yeah.
like counting the 1, 2, 3 randomly. That's what they should have did if it was a concussion instead of saying go home, which the ref told him go home. So that means oh I have to fit him with my finish 1, 2, 3, and like we just move it faster, and that was it. And they like nope, Sammy, you're suspended for like messing with a guy with a concussion already. But the funny part is, they came out and said, oh, he didn't have a concussion. He had a nosebleed when that shit happened. When it happened, they literally said to everybody, oh, he didn't have a concussion. It just was a nosebleed. And then, like,
I'm
now
just
it's
about to
like,
say that too.
and then it's like, no, it's like he had a concussion, so we suspended Sammy. It's like, what? Like, all of this doesn't make sense. Like, none of this makes sense. Like, none of this makes sense. And I'm not being an asshole. None of this makes sense. I'm not a huge fan of Sammy, but this makes zero fucking sense. This makes zero fucking sense for him to get suspended. I don't know why. It has to be something deeper. I do not get this.
And see, like, I just want to like give you credit, like your credibility and whatever, right? Because you don't like Sammy, but it's true. Like, what the fuck did he do? Like, why you take why one, as you said, why take so long to suspend him? Two, why report originally it was a broken nose when it was a concussion? Like,
It,
it's stupid.
like it's just so like I don't understand what's going on with AEW. It makes no fucking sense. It's like you literally just act like everything was fine. You're like everything's fine. Everything's fine. And then this motherfucker is like, no, he's suspended 2 weeks later because he didn't follow concussion protocol. It's like, you said he had a broken nose. That's all you said. Like, you said no concussion,
Yep.
no nothing. Like, they literally put it out to the press, told everybody, oh, Jeff Hardy's fine. Everything's fine. And it's like, everything wasn't fine apparently, but it's like, okay. Like, that just doesn't make any sense.
See, that was my initial thought when I saw the footage the first
Mm-hmm.
time. They should suspend him, but they didn't, and they said he was fine. So like the timing's off. Like, I'm gonna go with what you said and whatever. It's a conspiracy
It has to be. It has to
because
be. It has to be.
Yeah, because it doesn't make sense at all.
So then we get the Young Bucks or Matthew and Nicholas. They're in the back and they say, we have an announcement. And they're about to say the announcement. They said, you know what? This announcement is better in the ring. We'll announce this later on tonight. And I was like, oh, hooray. More Nicholas and Matthew later. Hooray.
In fact, they
So,
had two announcements. They said,
yeah, and they wanted to do it later, but hooray, more Nicholas and Matthew. Yeah. So then we had Hook versus Brian Cage. And this match is going, and like I swear to God, I always forget what FTW rules are because in ECW the rules were just like win the match, and like there was never a question of oh this is a hardcore match. Like when they just start beating each other up doing hardcore shit, I was like, what the fuck is going on? And then they was like, yeah, this is an FTW rules match. I was like, what the fuck is FTW rules? And then like they were like, yeah, it's just anything goes. I'm like, oh, okay, sure. All right.
because in essence, that's what ECW was. You know what I mean? But you didn't really pay attention because really all their matches were no rules. It's
Yeah.
very rare that you have matches that like had rules, like a Benoit versus Maleko, for instance. That would have rules.
Yeah,
You
and
know
it's
what I
like,
mean? So them saying it, you like it's kind of off. Like what? So I
yeah,
get you.
yeah, it was like so random. It was like, okay, I guess. And then Hook won. He choked out Brian Cage. Then he gets jumped by the gates of agony. And all of a sudden, here comes the conquering hero, Chris Jericho, to save Hook.
No, but I want to rewind though, right?
Mm-hmm.
He puts him in the fucking what is it? The red rum, as he
Yep.
calls it.
Mm-hmm.
He puts him in the red rum, but there's thumbtacks on the fucking in the fucking ring. Fucking Brian Cage slams him on then, but he has it locked on still. Like that shit was funny as shit, and you see his back has like a bunch of thumbtacks. He gets up and he feels that shit as soon as like it's off. Like like I guess the adrenaline ran off,
Mm-hmm.
and you see in his face like ow, ow, ow.
But I mean, Hook's a monster. I can't wait till he like actually starts popping off. But like, eh, he'll get
He
there
needs to lose that
eventually.
FTW title.
I think so too. But like, if he loses the
Yeah.
title, then what does he have? Because they're not going to give him no other title. Like, so what does he have? He has like nothing after that.
Okay. Like just me. Like there's no
Mm-hmm.
like credence to this at all, right?
Mm-hmm.
Throw him in there with Roddy. What do you think? Not now, but eventually against Roddy, depending how long Roddy has it.
I mean, that would be a good match, but Roddy's not going to lose the title to Hook. Like, despite
Okay.
what everybody thinks, like he's not going to lose it to Hook. Because I feel like they're going to try to do Undisputed Era, kind of like well, Undisputed Kingdom, like the Undisputed Era, where they had all the titles and they're walking around with everything. Not the world title, but they had a bunch of other titles just walking around with shit. And you're like, oh, they got all the gold. They must be something cool.
Yeah.
So speaking of titles, they talk about the tag team titles. They don't get into like when the tournament is, what's happening, who's in the tournament. They just basically say like, oh, the tag team title is going to be up in the tournament, and then we cut to the best friends, and this was hilarious. So Renee asked them about the tag titles, and Orange goes, "Yeah, well, I lost my title. I guess I might go for the tag titles. I guess I got to find a partner." And then Renee turns around and says, "Best friends, you guys should be in this." And Chuck goes, "Yeah, I'm injured, so I'm not going to be in this. So you two should be in this." I was like, "What the fuck, Chuck? Like you like you could have said something better." He's like, "No, I'm injured." Okay, Chuck, sure.
Is it
So
me, or does it like does it give off the vibe like Chuck's just waiting for his contract to be over?
yeah, I feel that too because like he doesn't even dress up like he's got any fucking like they all have on best friend shirts. Chuck just has on a fucking sweatsuit, and it's like, yeah, dude, I'm just here. Like just nothing else. It's like I got a sweatsuit on. I'm just here. Every time you see him, everybody is dressed up in wrestling gear or like a wrestling shirt. He's just in whatever the fuck he wants. It's like I'm just here. And it's like
Woohoo! I don't care.
the funny part is like Chuck Taylor is kind of like that, not totally. Like he's kind of like that, so that's a thing. But him just like totally check the fuck out is like, yeah, he's really checked the fuck out.
Yeah.
So then we had Kill Switch come out with the patriarchy, and I'm sorry, Nick Wayne. I'm so sorry. I'm sorry, Nick Wayne. But your mom's hot. Like I seen her walk out and was like, God damn! Like that's all I could look at was her. Was like, God damn.
Notice she has a shirt that says mother.
Yes, she is mothering. So then we had Kill Switch versus Daddy Magic, who has his ribs taped up, and I was like, you didn't even get hurt that bad at Revolution, and then he just like gets beat, and then here comes Daniel Garcia, and Nick Wayne comes in and beats up Daniel Garcia, but then here comes Edge or Adam Copeland, and he beats up the patriarchy, and Christian runs off. And Christian runs off and he steals somebody's car. He Grand Theft Autos a car. So
He's a great father, running off on his kids like that.
yeah, that's fucking hilarious. So then they say, okay, we're gonna have this match in 2 weeks, an anything goes match for the TNT title in Toronto, Adam Copeland versus Christian. And I'm like, oh, I mean, that makes sense. They're from Toronto. They're going to be in Toronto. They're going to have this thing. And cool. All right. I hope this, I
I
hope,
don't
like,
care. I'm being
I,
honest.
I don't even, but I hope this is the end of their feud because, like, I'm tired of them feuding with each other. Like, this has literally been Adam Copeland's whole entire thing since he's been here. And I know you're like, well, what about the Copeland Oakland? Yeah, no, that's a thing. But his whole entire motive was I'm here to fight Christian. I want to team up with Christian, but I'm here to fight Christian. It's almost been like 8 months. He's still just fighting Christian. He has not had another feud at all. It's just been him and Christian. Christian has been locked into this exciting tango with him forever. And it's like, dog, like you guys had the match. Let's move on. Let's have some fun. Let's everybody do something else. Oh, well, Copeland just still wants to kill Christian until they come back together. It's like, okay, dude, like I'm tired of that. Like I want more.
And like to justify you even more, the whole point of the Copeland Open was to get to Christian to begin with. So even that had to do with Christian too. So
Yep.
there was no way out of it. You know what I mean? His whole thing was against Christian.
Yeah, and the Daniel Garcia, his feud with Christian only started because Christian took out Adam Copeland. And it's still part of the Adam Copeland story. And it's like, nothing
Yes,
about this advanced anything. It's like we're still in the same
nothing.
fucking place. It's like Jesus Christ.
Yep.
So
Hopefully at the end of this, like Danny Garcia, like win the TNT title. Like I actually want that title for him in particular.
I want somebody to take this title that has nothing to do with this, and like that title just goes away from them, and those two can just kiss and make up and do tag team shit. Because it's like, okay, this would be this would be great for them. It would be totally fucking stupid, but this would be great for them if after the match, they decide, hey, we're going to be a tag team. Let's go for the tag team titles. It would be totally fucking stupid and it's no pointless, but at least we get them to stop fucking feuding. And now they're a tag team and they can do whatever the fuck they want. And like Copeland can ride off in the sunset, be happy he's done this. I know he's going to wrestle more, but like this is the thing he kept saying. I want to come play with Jay. Just play with him in the tag team and you guys can be have fun, whatever. Just like stop wrestling each other. I don't want to see it.
Obviously they teamed up before, like obviously, but it
Mm-hmm.
has fucking rated R superstar and I don't know what to call him, but like Christian teamed up before.
Yes, yes,
They
they
have
did.
okay.
They did because it was like a weird situation when Christian had just came back and like it was a one-off. Christian had just came back, and he was like the new version of Christian, and Edge was a rated R superstar, and they wound up having them together in a tag match. For some reason, it was like on like a SmackDown or something. It was a random one, and they were both in their new
Okay,
iterations, and they beat the shit out of somebody, and like they both went off back to their feuds, and like they never said anything to each other. We're like, oh, okay, cool.
got you.
So that was a thing. Then we had Kyle O'Reilly, and this was like a very emotional thing because Kyle O'Reilly was like, yo, it's been 2 years. I didn't know if I was going to wrestle, and I finally get the all clear. I'm finally coming back. He was like, I don't know how I fit into this. He said, he was like, I don't know what's going on with the Undisputed Kingdom. I don't know anything. He's like, but I'm just glad to be back. I'm just glad that I can wrestle. And then she asked him, what did he say to Roddy? He said, well, that's for him and I, but I, I'm just glad to wrestle. And it's like, dude, like we fucking miss Kyle Roddy, and he's finally fucking back.
He's gonna fuck him up when he gets the chance.
Yeah, I'm still holding on to the thing. He's gonna be the person that like fixes Adam Cole when the time comes because like they're so close. So I feel like
Yeah,
that's gonna be a thing. So then they recap Sting's last match, and then we get Nicholas and Matthew coming out to do their big announcement. And they tell Tony Schiavone, fuck off, Tony. And he leaves. And I'm like, okay. So they're talking. And the first thing they do is suspend Hangman, which is funny because, like, in storyline, he got suspended for, like, beating up referees. So he had already been suspended earlier in the day, but like they officially go, you're suspended from the elite, Hangman, for beating up referees. It's like, okay, all right. Like that was the thing. So
is he
then they
still
oh
part of the elite though?
no, he's suspended from the elite. He's suspended from the elite. He's done. Like he's not part
Okay,
of them. So
okay.
it's like, okay, you divorced him from the elite. Good, all right. And then they said, Kenny Omega, you haven't been around, so you're fired from the elite. It's like, okay, like that was random. Like, first off, we all know he's injured, and even the commentators like he's
Yeah,
injured. That's why he hasn't been around. And it's like it was random, but like the funny part was like they said this, and like you immediately locked on to exactly what was going on, like throughout this story. Like this whole segment, you was like immediately locked on when that part happened. You was like, yeah, like this is happening. And then like I was like, yeah, that's happening. But you immediately
I've
locked
seen
on.
people misinterpret that.
No, no, no. You were the first. Like you were the first person. Like as soon as you saw it, you locked on. And then I saw a lot of my like true wrestling friends who were like, "Yeah, that's checking out. That's checking out." Like, yeah,
Yeah,
that was exactly it. So then they both say they're in the tag team championship tournament. And then before they finish, Eddie Kingston comes out, and Eddie Kingston said, "Listen, I'm not going to say what I want to say behind your back. I'm going to say it to your face, and I know I'm going to get fined." So he threw some money at them, and they just start fighting, and they
that was
beat the
funny.
yeah, that was funny as shit. And they beat the shit out of Eddie Kingston, and then the coin drops, and here comes Okada. And the funny part was like a lot of people knew Okada was coming, but like a small minority in the crowd was like, "Oh my god, I can't believe Okada's here!" It's like, okay, like we all knew this. Like this was leaked over the weekend that Okada's showing up. We literally put it in the podcast. Was like, yeah, Okada's showing up this week, and Okada comes out, and for a split second, my mind was, oh, Okada's gonna team with Eddie Kingston against the Young Bucks, and then he grabbed Eddie Kingston and hit him with the Rainmaker. And apparently, not only is he all elite, but Okada is now part of the elite.
The new elite, I guess.
Yes, and so that was when Renegade texted me was like, oh, so we're getting Kenny Omega versus Okada. Like, yep, that's happening.
But not only that though, but we're gonna
Hmm.
have Omega as the face and Okada the heel,
Yes, and
which
then
that's a first, right?
that's the first in their feud that they ever had that. That's a first.
Okay.
So then we're gonna also have Eddie versus Okada at Dynasty probably, and the best part of this because it was so fucking like it was canon and it was stupid was fucking Rainmaker, after he beats up Eddie Kingston and he's standing there, the Young Bucks pick up the money on the floor and start raining it over Okada while he's standing there. He's like, yeah, Rainmaker. And it's like, okay, dude, that was actually funny. So yeah, like I'm actually excited that like we're getting Omega versus Okada and we're getting well, not so much the Eddie versus Okada thing. I mean, Eddie's good, but um I'm
It's gonna
not a
be
huge
alright.
Eddie. Yeah, I'm not a huge Eddie fan. That's the thing. I'm not a huge Eddie fan. And you know what I saw online, which like made me laugh so much, was like
What?
it was like there's a lot of like young, not younger wrestling fans, but like newer wrestling fans where they were all like, "Oh my god, Okada's a heel." I'm like, are you guys okay? And they're like, yeah, like he's never been a heel in his whole entire life. And they're like, are you guys okay? Like, and then like I kind of have to remember that like a lot of them don't even know the lore, which they have like explained a million times in New Japan, which is like it's a twofold lore. Because when Okada came back for the very first time, when he first came back and he beat up like Tanahashi and won the title, he was a heel. And like he slowly got over as a face. But also, here's the weird thing that like everybody totally forgets because like there's been better heel groups. Chaos is a heel group. Like they've
I was
always
just
been
about
a
to say that.
yeah, they've always been a heel group. Even though they turned face, they've always been a heel group. And everybody's like, "Oh my god, I can't believe he's a heel." And it's like, that checks out. I
Like
mean,
me not being like the biggest New Japan fan, like not
mm-hmm,
knowing like every thing, just hearing the name Chaos, like that sounds heel to me.
yeah. And the funny part was like one of my hardcore New Japan fans that like that were like around, they literally just go, "Yeah, I guess you guys have missed the last 2 months. Okada's been heel." And I just start laughing because yeah, he kind of has been heel because everybody fucking hates him because the way he did business. Like, yeah, he's been a heel behind the scenes, but not in front of the crowd. But that made me laugh. So then they promote big business, and so Mercedes had did a podcast today, and in the podcast, she basically says she found her new wrestling home. She's found where she wants to be, and she's happy. And she said she's ready to do some big business. She also addressed the WWE thing. She said it was the hardest decision that she had to make, but she had to stand up for what she believes in, and she had to leave. She said no one was in the room but her and the people who were in the room, and she had to leave because she felt like she had to stand up for what she wanted to do. And she said that was her career, that's who she was. And she said she still has so much she wants to do in wrestling, and now with her new opportunity, this she's going to be able to do everything she wants in wrestling, and she's going to be able to have fun and passion that she always wanted and had in wrestling. So here's the thing, right? I feel
Mhm.
like to me, like I'm not putting words in her mouth, but I feel like she felt like she was robbed because she got injured because she wanted to do so much other wrestling. She wanted to do stuff in Mexico, she wanted to do more stuff in Japan, and she just wanted to wrestle more. Like she had the itch and she wanted to wrestle more, and she got robbed because she got injured. So she
Yeah.
feels like now she gets to do exactly what she wants, and she feels like AEW is the place for that. and a lot of people like immediately like jumped on and locked on to everything she said and was like, "Yo, she's never coming back to WWE. She's done with WWE. She's so outgrown WWE. Fuck WWE. Oh, I hate that place now." And it's like the second
That
that
didn't
she
sound like
signed,
that to me.
yeah, it didn't sound like that to me either. But the second she signs the WWE, everybody's gonna be like, "Oh my god, like she's back! Like I can't wait for her to do this and do that." And it's like, but like you're just like I get on this tirade, but like I actually am losing a lot of respect and a lot of like for the crew. I said it in air quotes because that's what they're called. I every time a member of the crew, even though they're friends of mine, shows up on my goddamn timeline saying some wild ass shit, it's like I understand that you are a stand for this one person, but the shit that you're saying is really fucking ridiculous. Like you sound like a fucking 12-year-old idiot. Like they're grown ass people. They're grown ass people with jobs, but you sound like a fucking 12-year-old idiot that just like fell into stand culture. You're like BDS stands. I mean, not BDS. Like, all right, listen. I meant BTS. I meant BTS. Don't take me out of context. That's what I meant. I didn't mean the other thing, guys. BTS, okay? BTS stands,
If
all right?
if you saw my face, if you saw my face, like, did you mean that?
No, I said BTS. I fucked up, okay?
Editor, fix that. He said nothing.
I said nothing. So I'm just like I'm getting way annoyed with those people. Like I'm getting way annoyed with those people, and it's like they're like it's starting to turn into like how AEW fans are like waning my love for AEW. It's like they're waning my love for Mercedes because like the way that they're just like digging their heels in. It's like yeah, I don't. I'm starting to not like this, but it's fine.
Yeah.
So then we had Chris Statlander versus Riho, and this like coming out of this match, I honestly don't know what to think now. Like I'm actually at a very weird point in like because I usually kind of know what's going on. I don't know what to think now. I'm at a very weird
Okay.
point because Stokely gives the chain to Chris Statlander, and Chris Statlander for a second, she's about to hit Riho, and she just goes no, and she throws down the chain, and Riho winds up beating her, and Stokely's like, dude, you should have just used the chain. And she's like, and she just has this look on her face because, like, if you watch the match, Chris Statlander is not wrestling like a face. Chris Statlander is wrestling like a heel. But like when she
She
gets like
fucked her
the
up, yeah.
yeah, when she gets that perfect heel opportunity, she's like, okay, this is too far. But she just throws it down, and it's like, okay. And then you get Willow. Willow gets mad, and Willow's like, I'm gonna beat Riho next week. And it's like, okay, so in my mind, I have, like I said, I'm in like just so confused because part of me is like, okay, Chris Statlander's turned into a heel. Chris Statlander's gonna turn heel. But then also, I'm like, maybe Willow is gonna turn heel next week. And then I'm like, wait, but what if they both turn heel? Okay, but what if
I was
one
just
turns
about to say that.
and then I'm like, wait, but what if one turns heel and goes on the other? But who turns heel? And it's like, this is like very intriguing to me. I'm so into this. I'm like so invested. Like, I want to know how this ends. Like, because it started out one way where I'm like, oh, it's definitely going to be Willow. Willow's going to be the heel. And then, like, you watch Chris Statlander, you're like, maybe Chris could be the heel? And it's just like one of those intriguing things. And it's like, okay, I'm invested in shit in this.
Or I have another option. A
Mm-hmm.
fourth option, plot twist, right?
Mm-hmm.
Stokely turns heel. I know he already is a heel, right?
Mm-hmm.
But he has a secret tag team no one knows about and beats both their ass.
I would be okay with that.
Like something similar to like how MJF turned on the inner circle when he was part of it and he had his
Mm-hmm.
own group no one knew about. Not
Yes.
even us.
That would be great.
Yeah.
So then we had Timeless Tony Storm in the back, and she was with the rebel Mariah May because she looks just like Tony Storm still. Jesus,
I don't know why. I thought you was gonna call it Tony Storm too.
she is just like Tony Storm too. And I like listen. I have nothing against the LGBT community. I love them. Like I have a lot of LGBTQ friends. But can you please stop LGBTQ baiting? Like this is the second time this has happened. This is the second time this has happened. Fucking Mariah May and fucking Tony Storm. They look like they're about to kiss, and it's like they're right there, and it's like right there. They're about to kiss, and it's like no, we're not gonna kiss. It's like stop baiting. Please stop baiting. Like it's right there. It's right there.
I thought it was just me.
No, they're baiting, and it's like stop. Like it's like if you're gonna go, go. Just go. Just like stop baiting. Like it's a beautiful thing, but just like stop baiting. Like like I hate that. Like because this is the second time someone has just like done something. And you're like, oh, they're gonna. Oh wait, no, they're not gonna do that. Well, why did you get close like that? It's so weird. So also, Mariah May has a new T-shirt, but I looked at the T-shirt. I'm like, that's kind of weird because if you look at the T-shirt, it's literally the Tony Storm old T-shirt, just with Mariah May's picture, and it's like it's literally the same shirt. Like there's no different. It's literally Tony Storm shirt.
But a Mariah Storm T-shirt.
Yes, and also they're gonna have the Tony Awards next week with an I because we don't want to get sued.
Exactly what she said.
Yes. So then we have Darby Allen. Darby Allen comes out and he comes out. I think they changed up his theme song just a little bit. And
Right?
yeah, they did. And then Darby comes out and Darby starts cutting his promo. And Darby's like, listen, this is the first time I've been without Sting in a long time. And now I have to find myself. I had to do this myself. He's like, I didn't want to drop the tag belts. He was like, but Sting's no longer here, so I finally have to give up the belt. And he puts the belt in the ring and he leaves it there. And like you can see, Darby is like emotional. He has Sting's bat now, and he's like totally fucking emotional. And then he just like start cutting his promo. And then like he's like, yo, he's like, I'm gonna do this. He's like, I'm gonna try to go alone. I'm gonna try to be this guy. He's like, and after my match with Jay White, I'm going to Mount Kilimanjaro. I may die, but I'm gonna do this. It's like, dude, like you just what? Like you can't just say that. Like you can't say that. And this is the part where I want to touch on because
Okay.
everybody was like, there were some bad faith actors going, oh my God, like Darby jumping into that glass, like people could have got hurt. People could have got hurt. And like, one, that was never my thought. Like, I'm sorry. I did not give a fuck about any of those people getting hurt. Like, I for like 2.5 seconds thought about Darby was like, oh shit, Darby could be hurt, and then I remember who Darby is. Darby just wants to kill himself, so I'm like, oh no, I don't give a fuck. Darby doesn't care, so whatever. Like that's how I felt too. I was like, oh shit, he could. Oh well, he doesn't care about himself, so who cares? And like I just went on with the match. Like it just was like a nothing to me in the match. Like that dive meant nothing. It was like, oh, he wants to die. It's fine. And especially with him saying, I'm going to Mount Kilimanjaro, I might die, and it's like. Yeah, no, it's fine. Like he just wants to kill himself. Who cares? Like, yeah, go ahead,
He
Darby, do
doesn't
your
give a
thing.
fuck whatsoever.
Yeah, it's like, yeah, Darby, do your thing. And I saw like people actually get genuine. Like, so here's the thing. It is an
Hmm?
actual concern where, like, if you're in the front row and a glass could have hit somebody, that's a concern. But then we had like the AEW weirdos pull up like pictures of like this stuff right before AEW Dynamite that says, "Hey, if you sit in the front row, you can get some shit hit on you. Like, just remember that, and like, don't sue." And it's like, okay, yeah, they have that. And then like people was like, "Oh, the people who are saying this, like, they don't give a fuck. They just want to just badmouth AEW." And it's like, okay, most of the people, most of normal humans, when they see shit like that, they have the reaction that I had for 2 seconds. Is Darby okay? And they literally were asking, were like, is this safe? Like he could have died. And like it's bad. And like they literally said, like they literally asked that. And people are like, no, you guys are just being bad faith actors and you don't care. And it's like, why? Like, why would that be your thought process? People actually care about other humans, and they're like, no, they don't give a fuck about. And it's like, all right, whatever, dude. And it just like started this whole drama between like the AEW weirdos and like people asking questions. Like I said, there are some bad faith people that were asking, but at the same time, there were a lot of people who were actually asking because they wanted to be a little precautious about the fans and Darby. Like Pro Wrestling Illustrated did a whole fucking article on Tony Khan could have a lawsuit because like that glass could have hit somebody. And the AEW weirdos fucking flooded that thing to the point where the guy who wrote the article literally had to come out and say, dude, like I just was literally saying something that is an actual thing. And all I did was get berated by fucking AEW fans. He's like, I don't fucking need this shit. I was literally just writing an article. I didn't say anything bad. I just said this could happen. But holy fucking shit, you guys are fucking weird. And I'm like, yeah, like this is the type of shit that turns fucking fans off when AEW people just like barrage shit and just say whatever the fuck they want to say. And it's like it just was crazy. But
Personally, I never really bought into the whole parasocial relationship until I started like looking at AEW fans like that because they're really into it. You know, what I mean, like wrestling fans in general have that, but they're really into it.
that's the thing. It's not parasocial. That is not parasocial. Parasocial is like something completely different. This is literally a fucking like I'm not gonna say a cult, but it is the thing of this is my thing. This is gatekeeping. This is a gatekeeping thing. It's not even. It's like you can't say anything about the thing that I love, the thing that I created, and I was here from the beginning. You can't say anything about it. Like it's total gatekeeping. It's like you can't criticize anything, and it's like no, you're gatekeeping something that doesn't need to be gatekept. It's like literally everybody loves wrestling. So when they literally have a genuine response, you should be more open. But no, you want to gatekeep it because you think that what you have is yours and you should protect it no matter what from any outside interference. You know what? Go off and do you. When you run off a percentage of the actual fan base and they actually stop giving a fuck because you people have berated them, yeah, that's you deserve it. Like you fucking deserve it. Like when AEW dies, then you go, guys, look what you did. Like you killed AEW. It's like, no, you killed AEW because the fans who were there and literally start saying stuff online was like, yo, they should do this. They should do this. Hey, this thing is wrong. Like, I didn't like this. You ran those motherfuckers off because you kept fucking with them. If you keep fucking with them and run them off and AEW dies, and then you start blaming them, you have no one to blame but yourself because you ran them off. It's like, just relax. Just fucking relax.
Yeah,
So then we get Jay White out, and Jay White comes in, and Jay basically he tries to tell Darby, he's like, listen, we don't have to do this match. You can join up with us and you can call you Darby Scissorhands. And then he's like, dude, he was like, it doesn't even matter. He's like, because, like he's like, I don't really want to wrestle you, but like finally you get to show your real self. So if we have this match, I'm gonna beat you. And then Darby just basically says, dude, I do not give a fuck. I'm gonna beat the shit out of you next week, and it's nothing you can do about it. And he put the bat right up to Jay White. And it was like at that moment, I was like, yeah, I want to see this match. Like before, it was like, okay, I kind of want to see this match, but after that promo, I was like, yeah, I want to see this match. Yeah, I was all for it. Yeah,
Sting has been a good influence on him. Like he's like fucking like turning into Sting at that moment.
yes. And he whispered something into Jay White's ear. I don't know what the fuck he said, but he whispered something in his ear, and Jay White was like, "Oh," and then he just walked off. I was like, "Okay." I wonder what he whispered in his ear. I hope we find out
Right?
because I was super excited for that. And then we got Julia Hart saying that she wants to wrestle somebody. I wasn't paying attention because I was still fucking marking out because we're gonna get a Darby Allin versus Jay White match that I'm now more hyped for. So
Same,
then,
if I'm not mistaken, though,
mhm,
I believe it was an open challenge.
okay, and then we got the House of Black challenging Mark Briscoe in a 6-man tag match, anything goes match, and Mark Briscoe goes, "All right, we're gonna have a match. I just gotta find 2 people," and then Jay Lethal shows up, and then he says, "I don't want you to bring that Jeff Jarrett." And then Jay Lethal says, "Listen, if anybody's going to be this fucking crazy that's going to be able to beat them, it's Jeff Jarrett." And then Mark Briscoe goes, "All right, well, I hope we win." I'm like, okay. So,
And they need somebody dirty like them. So
yes,
I guess.
it works, I guess. So then we get to the main event, Kyle Fletcher versus Will Ospreay, who is a fucking superstar. He's a fucking superstar. And this match was awesome. This match was awesome.
Yes.
I love this match. And I lied to you not. It was like this match was so awesome that literally it was so cool for 2.5 seconds. And when I tell you why it was good for 2.5 seconds, you're gonna be like, wait, what the fuck? Yes, because this match I was like, yo, I'm so hyped. This match was so great. And Will Ospreay is standing there after he fucking lays out Kyle. And like the funny part was like Kyle even asked for it at the end. He was like, "Yo, just do it. Just fucking murder me." And Will Ospreay hit him with the hidden blade, pinned him 1, 2, 3, and they kind of embraced at the end. And Will Ospreay standing there, and Bryan Danielson's music hit, and he comes out, and him and Will Ospreay standing face to face, right in the background. You can see it in focus. AEW Dynasty. Yep, I was like I said, I was fine with the match. I was like, yeah, this match is so great. And once his music hit, I forgot all about the match because it was like, oh my god, we're getting Bryan Danielson versus Will Ospreay. We're getting this match at a pay per view. We're getting Bryan Danielson versus Will Ospreay. This is gonna be fucking great. Like this is it. This is it.
That's gonna be a fucking banger.
And the funny part is like, there's no story. There's literally no story. Like the story, I can tell you exactly what the story is going to be. This quote unquote story. Oh, Will, everybody keeps saying you're the best wrestler in the world. I'm the best wrestler in the world. I can beat anybody. I'm going to show you I can beat you. Well, you know what, bruv? I'm good too. I'm going to show you that I'm the really true elite. Okay, let's have this match. That's literally going to be the storyline. I'm not even joking. That's the storyline. That's exactly what the fuck they're going to say. And when you hear it, you're going to be like, dude, what the fuck? Like they said that bar for bar. Yes, that's exactly what's going to happen.
Have they ever had a match against each other?
No, they have never had a match against each other, but they both said that they wanted to wrestle each other. So
Yeah.
it's gonna happen, but I like AEW doesn't have like storylines. They just make up matches and like the matches are great, but they don't have real storylines. But like I just said, that's gonna be a storyline. Like there's no real storyline. That's gonna be a storyline so we can have this great match. That's our excuse. Oh, they say you're the best wrestler, but I'm the best wrestler. I'm going to show you who the best wrestler is. Yes, here we go. We're going to see who's the best wrestler. That's exactly what the storyline is going to be. There's no context, no anything. Like there's no build up. It's just we're going to have this great match. Like I said, it's nothing wrong with that. But if there was like a real story where like, oh, this thing happened and I got to get revenge on him, or like this thing happened where I feel this way about him, like, yeah, no, that would be great. But they're just gonna both say, "Hey, I'm the best wrestler. I'm the best wrestler. All right, let's fight to see who's the best wrestler." That's it. That's exactly what it's gonna be, bro.
I love how you just say, bruv.
So yeah, that was AEW. So let's go to Roadblock NXT. And it starts out with the Asylum match, Joe Gacy versus Donovan Dijak. And I was not a fan of this match. Like,
Same. Like I got in late and I got in with the fucking box spot.
yeah, it's like it was not like nothing was fun. Like the only thing that was memorable was Dijak doing a moonsault off the top of the cage. That was memorable. It's like, oh, okay, cool. Everything else was just like, who gives a fuck?
Must have been not that memorable because I remember it being a swanton. But
Yeah,
you are right. It was a moonsault.
yeah. See, it like that match was everything about that match was bad. And then we get the Don in the back, and he makes Lucio Crucifino, whatever his name, he makes him his consigliere. So now he's part of the family. Then we have this
That makes
funny ass,
lawyer, doesn't it?
yes, the mob lawyer. So then we have this backstage thing with Fallon Henley. She's talking to Riley Osborne, and she's telling them about Thea. And then Blair Davenport walks up, and she's like, "He isn't even your type." And it's like, and Fallon Henley's like, "How do you know his type?" It's like, motherfucker, they're engaged. Of course he knows his type. What are you talking about? It was so
But the
funny.
average person doesn't know that.
Yeah, and it was like so funny because it was like meta because like we know, like everybody knows, and it's like no one in the NXT universe knows. So it's like no, I'm pretty sure everybody knows. It's out there. So then we get Lyra and Tatum, and they're in the back and they're talking, and Tatum just goes off on how she's going to kill and maim the Kabuki Warriors. And Lyra's like, okay, okay, like, calm down. Like, we can't do that.
She freaked her out.
Yes. So then we got Chase U versus the Wolf Dogs. And eh, this was a match. Like, it was not it. Like, it was not interesting. It was a lot of shit on NXT that was just, like, not interesting. It was like, whatever. It exists. I mean, fucking the Wolf Dogs kept the titles, but it's like, who gives a shit? It was like it didn't, nothing happened. Like even the little thing with Thea and Riley had like that happened, and I was like, who cares? Like it was like it just was there. It just was there.
Yep.
Like I don't know. We get Mello in the back, and he's talking about how he's going to beat Tony D'Angelo. It's like okay, cool, and he's got a bunch of security guards, and it was just like, eh. Then we get Sean Spears. He's out there and he takes on Brogan Finley, which is Fit Finley's other son, because he has two. This is Fit's
I
other
know he
son.
looked familiar.
Yep. This is Brogan. This is his first match, which means he's going to be a star. Whenever you debut and you lose immediately, it's like, yeah, they feel like you're going to be a great star. They just had to beat you the first time. And like, yep.
Yep.
So then Sean Spears starts talking how he's going to bring out everybody's true side, and then here comes Ridge Holland and runs him off. And he, like, I feel like Ridge Holland is now going to like be with him, and like that's going to be a thing.
Same. Same.
So then we get Brooks Jensen and Josh Briggs in the back, and Briggs is like, "Dude, you shouldn't pick the fight with Obafemi," and Jensen is like, dude, you wanted me to do this, so it's happening, and that's what's gonna happen. It's like, okay. So then we get Dijak and Briggs saying something, and I'm just like, yes, we're gonna get the skyscrapers. We're gonna get the skyscrapers. And he's like, yeah, dude. He was like, maybe you should just let him go. I'm like, I hope he does, and you two become a tag team. Like, what the fuck? Like, that'd be awesome. Like, I want my skyscrapers.
I
Skyscrapers
see.
2024. Like, dude, they fit so perfectly together. They just destructive and they're just badass, and it's a thing. So
Yeah, they showed it in the fucking Iron Survivor match. Like
Mm-hmm.
that was the hint right there.
Yep.
Josh has something. Like
Mm-hmm.
Dijak always had something, but Josh has something too.
And if you put them together, they will be unfucking stoppable.
Yeah, I just
Speaking
hope
of
Jensen like gets something eventually.
uh, uh, speaking of unstoppable, we get Ilya Dragunov, and I really want him to stop posting online. I really want him to stop posting online. Every time I turn on to like a Ilya Dragunov just like video, it's him in this insane workout, and it's like, dude, stop! Like you're a monster. You're a monster. Like he's not a regular human. Like he's a dragon for real. Like he's literally just like lifting shit that you're like, dude, you can't be doing that. Like you cannot. He's just a fucking monster.
Like the Creed brothers
Yes, he's like the Creed brothers, but it's only one of him, and it's like that's crazy.
with his brother
So
shows up.
I, so then we get the women's tag team titles match, and it was the Kabuki Warriors versus Tatum and Lyra, and Tatum did a lot of the match, and they lost. I mean, it wasn't like they were going to win, but they lost. And then after the match, Lyra gets attacked because Tatum gets knocked out. She gets knocked out, and Lyra gets attacked by Roxy, and Roxy goes crazy and snaps Lyra's arm. So now Lyra's in the hospital, and that's setting up for Roxy versus Lyra for the world title.
I'm all in for that. Like heal Roxy, like, and she fucked her up. Like I want to say she fucked her up for real.
She kind of did. She kind of did. But like the funny part is like when they show it again, like how she snapped her arm, you literally see how like an arm can go back like that and is perfectly fine. It'll be bruised because it went over the thing, but your arm actually does go back like that. So when she did it, it's just like, oh, I'm hurt. But she probably did get bruised because it hit like the turnbuckle thing. So I was like, oh,
Yeah,
that's it. So we had Fallon versus Blair, and Blair gets the win. Like, okay. I mean, like I said, a lot of this was just like, who gives a fuck? It was like, it was no point. It was a big show for no reason. Nobody stood out. It just was
Hawaii.
there. Yeah. Oh, Blair didn't get the win because Sol Ruka showed up and did some fucking crazy ass move and fucked Blair up. And the funny part about it, it was like for a half a second, I'm like, why the fuck is Sol Ruka fucking with Blair? But then I remember why, because Blair quote unquote took her out. So yeah.
Here's the thing, right?
Mm-hmm.
That's
Yeah.
gonna be an ongoing thing with her. I just realized because she took out Nikita Lyons, had a
Mm-hmm.
few with Nikita Lyons. Now she's
Mm-hmm.
gonna have a few with Solo Roca, right?
Yep.
Do you know she took out Wendy Chu too, right?
Yeah. Whenever she comes back, she's gonna have beef with her too.
Yeah, and there might be a few others I'm not thinking of right now, but there's quite a few.
Yes. So then we get a backstage because this is how memorable it was. I totally fucking skipped over the part where like Thea got beef with like people and she's got a tag match and then she asked JC to be her tag partner and JC's like, no. I was like, yeah, all right, whatever. So
She's a
basically,
good
Thea,
friend.
yeah, the funny part is Thea's going to team up with Fallon because Fallon is her
Yeah,
friend and she's going to be the one that helps her. And that's when JC like totally gets rid of her. Everybody just moves on. We do whatever the fuck is going on. It's too many women tag teams with no women tag team titles. Like, I don't like that.
you need to bring those back. I don't know why they killed them to begin with.
I don't know why either, but like, bring it back. It's a thing.
Yeah,
So then we get Gigi and Ariana Grace, and they finally set up for a match, which I also see Gigi and Ariana Grace becoming a team because Ariana Grace says, dude, if I win, then I get to make you a lady. And she's like, okay. So it's like, yeah, they're gonna want to be in a team too. It's like, there's too many women tag teams here. Like, just give them the tag team titles.
I don't like that.
I mean, I don't like it either because I don't want them to change Gigi. Like,
Exactly,
yeah.
exactly.
So yeah. So then we had No Quarter Catch Crew come out to celebrate Charlie Dempsey, and then Charlie Dempsey's dad comes out. And his dad comes out, and his dad says, "Listen, young man, you've done something very well, and you have the Heritage Cup, and you should defend it like the people before you." And then Charlie Dempsey says, "You know what? I'm gonna defend it. I'm gonna defend it better than you." Well, Charlie Dempsey doesn't have an accent. I don't know why I gave him an accent. He's just a regular dude.
He kind of does because I think he was born here, but he kind of
Yeah,
does not like Regal, but he does a slight one.
like it's like
One
the
thing I
most.
gotta acknowledge though,
Uh-huh.
he showed up in the fans the chant. He's your father. What the fuck?
That was funny. But it's like it is so random that like fucking Charlie Dempsey is just like he's a full-on American. He was born here and everything. He's been living here his whole life. But he just has like the randomest, like small little accent where you're like, oh my god, he has a British accent, but he's not even from Britain. Like he's been here the
Yeah,
whole entire time he's existed. He's lived in America. It's like, oh, he's British. It's like, no, he's American.
it's because his dad. That's and
Yeah.
how much they look alike too. Oh my god.
Mm-hmm. And then
Is his
Noam
mom
Dar,
American? Like,
yeah, yeah, she's American.
okay.
So Noam Dar's here, and he wakes up, and it's like, oh, cool. And he's like, I'm gonna go for another belt. It's like, what belt are you going for? Any belt you go for, you're gonna die. Obafemi's gonna kill you, and god damn it, fucking Ilya Dragunov's definitely gonna kill you. You can't go for another belt. So,
Like fucking like I forget his fucking name, but Menza
Oro
like
Mensa.
was all excited too. So yeah, they might be going for the tag team titles.
Well, I don't think they could go for the World Tag Team titles because whoever they face, they're gonna lose.
No, obviously they're gonna lose, but still they're gonna try to go for it.
Okay, so that means there's a bunch more tag teams. And speaking of a tag team, Von Wagner and Mr. Stone, Mr. Stone says, I gotta beat Lexus King by myself because he disrespected my kids. I've gotta beat him. Like, okay, cool. Like I said, this is such a like I do not give a fuck of the show. Like the only match that was really good was like fucking Tony D'Angelo versus Mello. They had the main event, number one contender. They have the match, and they're going, and then it gets to like the end, and all of a sudden Trick's music play, and everybody thinks Trick is coming out. Mello even does too. He gets distracted. Tony D'Angelo hits him with the finisher to forget about it, and then Tony D'Angelo wins. And Tony gets out of the ring and goes, "Dude, I'm sorry that I fuck with you people and play Trick's music. I'm sorry. I didn't mean it. But Mello, I'm a giving Don. So I'm going to give you this." And then Trick actually comes out and beats the fuck out of Mello.
That was funny as shit.
Yeah. So,
The
I
whole
mean,
time I thought he was one of the security guys.
I know you did. I'm not going to say it, but I know you did. But like, I knew he was going to, I knew he was going to show up, but like, I didn't think that Don was going to be the one who brings him out. I just thought he was going to show
Yeah,
up on his own. But when the Don says he actually runs NXT, I mean, I'm starting to think he does. I'm really starting to believe it.
he he ain't lie.
Yeah, because like when he says stuff, I'm like, wait, what the fuck? Like you could do that? Okay, cool. Yeah,
It's to the point where someone probably like actually just hand him a fucking belt. Like here, boss.
dude. If somebody hands him a belt, I'm gonna crack the fuck up. Like that is the most Don move that you can make. Like that's it.
Like what
So.
if, right? Hear
Mm-hmm,
me out, right? He loses to fucking Dragunov, obviously, right?
mm-hmm.
And then he like confronts Femi, But he tells Femi, listen, give me the belt and I'll like set up a world title match, for the NXT title. He's like, okay. And then like you have Femi go for the main title and then just hand him the belt.
That would be hilarious. So then we go to Raw, and Raw opens up with Cody Rhodes talking about the Rock's promo and how he's mad about him talking about his goofy ass dog. And he said he's gonna kick his ass and he wants to beat his ass, but before he does that, he wants to bring out his friend, if I could call him my friend, Seth Rollins. And Seth comes out and they have this thing and they had this back and forth. This is the funniest part. The whole time they're talking about how The Rock cut this 21-minute promo on Instagram. They cut a 21-minute promo and said nothing, but they both did say they're coming to SmackDown to answer Rock's challenge. It was like, okay, what the fuck? Like, it was so goddamn random. It was like, all right, whatever. Like,
And
y'all
that's
did,
gonna be fucking 43 minutes.
dude. The funny part is like, I'm okay with it because you have Rock in there, you have Roman in there, then you have Cody and Seth, and they're all just talking. Like the funny part is, I don't want them to touch. I don't want anybody to fucking lay a hand on anybody. I want them to talk. Just talk and confirm the tag match, and everything will be fine. And I'll be like, all right, cool. I'm cool with that. That's it. I'm cool. Like
Except Jimmy. Jimmy probably get fucked up throughout that whole thing.
I hope they don't touch Jimmy Orso. I hope no one gets touched. Like I hope everybody just goes off and just like walks away. I hope security just like breaks them up, nobody touches, and we just keep this whole no one's going to touch until WrestleMania.
Yeah, I'm fine with that.
So then we get Dom versus Gunther. And Gunther and Dom are in the ring, and Michael Cole goes, I want to give a shout out to a legend who finished his career last night and retired. I want to give a shout out to the icon Sting. And then Pat McAfee goes, yeah, he had a great match last night. And I'm like, um, what fucking, what the fuck, and what is happening? Literally, like, what the fuck is happening? Because, like, literally, as soon as he said that, everybody was like, the fuck? Like, what the fuck just happened? Like, yeah, this is not your normal WWE. Like, what the fuck?
Yeah, Vince no longer works there. Like,
Yeah,
if it's not apparent before, like it has to be apparent now.
yes. And it was just like, what the fuck? And so here's the thing. So for weeks and leading up until the pay per view, people kept saying that WWE like never gave them the footage. WWE never gave them the footage, and like that's why like there was no Sting footage, and WWE wouldn't give them the footage. So somebody actually confirmed that AEW never reached out to WWE. No one reached out to WWE to see if they could get the footage. I guess they're like, listen, we know how they are. They'll never give us footage. So they didn't even reach out to WWE. They didn't ask them at all. So everybody's talking about, oh, WWE would never give them the footage. We don't know because they never asked. Like they didn't even ask. And then Lex Luger asked WWE for permission to go see Sting's match, and they said, "Yeah, just don't be on camera. Like, go ahead. We don't care." They're like, "Yeah, just don't be on camera." And Lex Luger went to see Sting's last match, and he wasn't on camera. I was like, okay,
Oh,
because like,
Kevin Nash could have went, but like he was cautious.
see, here's the thing about Kevin Nash. I think Kevin Nash like played it too. I want to be in favor with WWE, so I'm not even going to ask them. So I don't even want to just put that out there. Like that's how I
Yeah,
feel about Kevin Nash. Like he's like, yeah, I don't want to like rock the boat, so I'm just not even gonna ask. But yeah, like he could have went. Like they would have just said the same thing. Just don't be on camera. Like I don't care.
basically.
So back to this Gunther and fucking Dom match. Holy shit, this was actually really fucking good.
It was.
Like,
It was.
like this shit was so good that like I totally forgot that like Dom is Dom. But like, holy shit! Like, cause Dom has like hit or miss matches, but this match was like one of the matches where it was like, okay, Dom is actually good. Like, am I wrong? But he's actually fucking good. Or
No,
it
you're
wasn't
right.
just like, cause like part of me was like, is it just Gunther or like is Dom really good? And then it's like, no, wait, Dom is actually good. So
Like he
then,
kind of sort of in his own little way went toe to toe with him. Like he took the chops.
yeah, he's better than I thought. So then
Yeah,
we get Dakota Kai and Damn It Control. They come and Dakota's like, listen, we're here because we want to scout out the competition for our tag team titles. And as she's saying that, Shinsuke walks up and Shinsuke says, Pierce, I want to talk. I want to talk about the Intercontinental title. And Pierce says, I'll be going out later on. Remember this. He said, I'll be going out later on to talk about the IC title. And so he just kept saying it all night. I'll go out there to address the IC title. I will go out there to the ring to address the IC title. I'm like, okay, cool. He's going to address the IC title out there in the ring in front of the crowd. Okay. So then we had Zoe Starks and Shayna Baszler beat the TikTok Toxic Tag Team to become number one contenders. Are you
yeah.
okay with that? Wow, I was just about to say, are you okay with that? And you just go, yay. All right. Apparently not. But they cut a promo and just talking crap about each other. And I was like, oh, okay, cool. Sure. Like, all right. So
Whatever.
then, yes. So then we go in the back and we get the Judgment Day. They're talking to Dom. And then Andrade comes in and Dom just says, yo, watch him. He could be important. So now I'm starting to think it's going to be Dom and Andrade at WrestleMania.
I'm okay with that.
I'm okay with that, but I'm just a little weirded out by it because it's like it's kind of weird. So
Why?
I don't know. It's just something about it that just like seems off, but like I'm fine with it. So then we get Nia versus Becky, and it ends when Liv comes out and fucks up the match and gets disqualified. So I was thinking it was going to be this. This is what I was thinking before everybody put this extra thing in my head because I was thinking it's going to be Liv and Becky and Rhea at WrestleMania. I'm like, all right, it's going to be a triple threat. But then everybody's like, it's going to be a four-way because Nia is going to be in. And like, that was just fuck my mood up because I'm like, fuck. And now they're going to put Nia in it. Yeah.
Yeah, I don't like that.
Yeah, I actually hope that it goes like this. I actually hope because I really want this. I want Nia Jax to keep fucking with them, and Nia Jax like keeps fucking with them, but she actually bumps into Jade, and Jade's like, "What the fuck? Like you're just gonna bump into me and like have a backstage thing?" And Jade is trying to get signed to Raw, and Nia just like kind of bumps into her and like Jade's like, like we ain't gonna have this shit, and then they get into a little thing, and it winds up being Jade versus Nia at WrestleMania. And then you can still have Liv, Becky, and Rhea at WrestleMania.
That sounds way better.
Yes. So then we have Adam Pearce in the back, and Ricochet comes out of nowhere and says, I want to be in this Intercontinental thing. It's like, dog, you ain't been around forever. And he's like, yeah, I want to be in this Intercontinental thing. So then he leaves, and Judgment Day comes in and is like, we want to be in this Intercontinental thing. Well, which one of you want to be in it? JD, he wants to be in it. And they just point to him. It's like, then they go, JD. And he goes, I'm going to explain my case. He starts talking. They literally go to fucking commercial. Like, son of a bitch.
That shit
They,
was fucking funny.
they hate this shit out of him. Like, he's like, all right, listen, this is why I should be. And it just went right to commercial.
Commercial.
I was like, yo, that's hilarious. That's great. I love this.
Yep.
Them giving him no fucks. Like, yeah, we don't fucking care. Like your
And watch
big
that be a
head.
thing.
I hope so. So then we get a backstage between Liv and Becky, and they basically say, "Listen, you keep fucking with my opportunity. You fuck with my opportunity. Well, next week it's gonna be me and you." And then Rhea comes out, and Rhea's looking at Becky, and she's smiling because like Becky's getting flustered and going through all this shit, and Rhea thinks like she's fine. She thinks she ain't got no problems, and she can beat Becky because Becky's going through all of this bullshit. She's like, "Yeah, it is what it is." So then we get La Sombra. I mean, El Idolo, Andrade. And I'm not even joking. I'm not joking. Michael Cole goes, yeah, he used to be La Sombra back in CMLL, but he changed his name when he came to the States. It's like, wait, you're acknowledging that CMLL exists? I was like, what the
He
fuck?
actually called him the Shadow at first.
Yes, he literally translated it to the shadow. And it was like,
Yeah,
what the fuck? I was like, I was so fucked up. And then Andrade's finishing move, the hammerlock DDT, is called La Sombra.
yeah, I noticed that too.
And Apollo Cruz is his opponent. And I was mad because I'm like, fuck, like it's Apollo Cruz. He comes out and he just takes this fucking loss. And Apollo Cruz came back and he took the loss. I was like, all right. But it's fine. It's
Is
fine
that
because
was a
they're
heel?
no, he's a face. They're both faces. So it's like, all right.
Okay.
And so here's the thing about Pierce and his announcement coming out in front of the crowd. They showed a video package from backstage and announced that next week is a gauntlet match. It's going to be Ricochet, Sami Zayn, Bronson Reed, Nakamura, JD McDonough, and Chad Gable. I'm like, okay.
I thought he was going to be in the crowd.
Yeah, like he said, I'm going to be out there in front of the crowd. I'm going to say it out in the ring. And it's like, you said nothing. Like, you lied to everyone. You fucking liar, Adam Pierce. And Sami Zayn basically says, "Yo, I'm gonna win that match next week." And Ivar just comes up to him and is like, "Yeah, I don't think you're gonna do that. Why don't you fight me tonight?" And they set up a match for Ivar versus Sami Zayn. I'm like, okay, cool. So
Yeah.
yeah, then we had a tag team match, and like I honestly have like I was gonna say I have no idea why this is happening, but like they literally didn't build this up as like, yo, they're gonna have this tag team match tonight, but it literally has like implications from last week. So it was Imperium versus Judgment Day. But we have this backstage thing where we have Tegan and Natty is being bitchy to Tegan, and Tegan is like, dude, you fucked up. And like they basically started a little beef between them. And then Candace is like, yo, maybe we should do that. Maybe we should turn heel. And then Maxine comes in, and I love that they played this off of the people booing Maxine. I'm glad that they turned it into a storyline because Candace basically says, you can't fucking wrestle. You can't tell me shit. You're a loser. And to the point where, like, she said this to Maxine, and Indy was like, I'm so sorry. She didn't mean that. I'm so sorry. And I'm like, okay, so they're setting up a tag match with them. Candace is definitely going heel. I'm ready for heel Candace. I'm ready for solo heel Candace. I just I just need them to let Candace wrestle. I want Candace to wrestle. I feel better with her wrestling. So
Hopefully they do something with her at least.
yeah. So then we get the match between Imperium and Judgment Day. Judgment Day get the win. And I mean, it was a good match, but it was like I'm not just like super hype about it. Both of Judgment Day were faces in this match because they were one on the face side and they were getting cheered. So I'm confused. Like I don't know if I actually want to see a face run from either of them right now. Not down the line. Down the line, yes, but right now I'm like I don't know if I want to see a face run from both of those people. Like,
Yeah,
how do you
all of them except JD.
I mean, yeah, of course, except for JD. The funny part about it is like we talk so much shit about JD, but he can wrestle his fucking ass off. That's like the funny part,
Oh no, of course, but like, dude, like he has the least a bit charisma of all of them.
right?
Like even Dominic has more fucking charisma than him, and that's not
Mm-hmm.
saying much. I love Dominic, but he doesn't have that much charisma either.
None.
He's
So,
getting there, but still.
mm-hmm. So we have our first inductee in the Hall of Fame, and it's Paul Heyman. The one that everybody's been asking for to happen in Philadelphia is Paul Heyman. So, how do you feel about Paul Heyman going in the Hall of Fame?
Oh, I'm ecstatic. I wanted that shit. Like he deserved it in Philly. Like this is where like it should happen. This is where it belongs. The only
So,
question
then
is who inducts him.
I'll get to that in a second. But here's the thing, right?
Yeah.
Paul
Hmm.
Heyman has always been saying he doesn't want to go in a Hall of Fame as long as he's active. So, he decided to go in a Hall of Fame, one, because it's in Philly, and two, because he's the first ever handpicked Hall of Famer by Levesque. I almost called him Paul Lesnar. Paul Levesque.
Oh my
So
god, I'm glad you didn't say the whole thing.
yeah, no, not calling him Paul Triple H Levesque.
Thank you.
And the funny part is like they literally are very tight because Paul actually helps Paul with the stories and they kind of bounce off of each other because they actually like writing and they love creative. So for like I literally think Paul asked him and said, "Hey Paul, can you be in the Hall of Fame?" And he said, "You know what? Because I love you, I'm going to do it." And he's in. So I saw everybody asking who's going to induct him, and the one going around that makes the most sense is CM Punk. Like if they do it right, it literally leads to so many possibilities. They do CM Punk, he cuts this thing, this promo. He could turn it into like a little storyline tweak of how he's been an original Paul Heyman guy. Paul Heyman was with him from the very beginning, and just all of this, and basically take shots at Roman and like sit a little bit of twist out there for him and Roman eventually. Like that would
Yeah.
make sense. Like the one thing that I want, and I know that this person will probably do it just because he's cool. Like I want Taz to go to the Hall of Fame. I don't want them to show him on camera, just like the Lex Luger thing. I want him to go to the Hall of Fame and be there with Paul Heyman because he's the only ECW original that's not in another company that just like has no affiliation with AEW.
Yeah.
Yeah, so like I would want him to come back because Dreamers in TNA and TNA really doesn't care. They're like, no, you could go over there. Like, who cares?
Yeah, TNA definitely don't care. Like, do what you want.
Yeah. So then we had a face to face with Rhea and Io, and Rhea said, "Stay off my turf," and Io was like, "Oh, like no, I'll do whatever I want." And then we had the best thing of this match. Michael Cole got his antlers, and he was so happy.
I don't get it. Why was he so happy?
I don't know, but like I'm glad WWE just lets people do whatever the fuck they want now because like this is a story and this is a random ass thing. And first off, the people popped for it, and Michael Cole was so happy. And then when Sami Zayn beat Ivar, like he was so mad. But then Bronson Reed came out, and Bronson Reed just smashed him. And then we had a backstage with Gunther and Chad Gable, and Chad Gable says, "Doug, you made my daughter cry." Like I can never forgive you for that. I will make you pay. I will make you pay. And he just like, I'm going to win an Intercontinental Championship. He just says, because it means more. It's like, okay, first off, I like that he's not regular goofy ass Chad Gable. He's got a suit on. He's been wearing a suit for the last 2 weeks. He looks and feels like he's a different person. And I think it's time. I think it's time. I've been calling it since the day that match happened. I said Chad Gable's going to be the one that takes the Intercontinental title off of Gunther, and it's going to mean more. And it literally is going to mean more.
Yeah.
So then we get Regeneration X in the back with Xavier Woods playing WWE 2K14 or 24, whatever. Who cares?
24.
Whatever. I don't even care. Like they were playing the game early and they were happy, and I don't. They challenged somebody next week, and I wasn't paying attention. Didn't care because like they said that they were going to take on Judgment Day, and it's like I know where this is going. I'm still upset that it's happening, but whatever. So then we had the main event. Main event Jey Uso versus Drew McIntyre. This match was going so great until Solo showed up. Solo showed up, and then Cody Rhodes came out to stop. And then Jimmy Uso screwed Jey over again, setting up their match. And Drew wins, and Drew starts leaving, and Seth Rollins comes running down. And Seth runs down and he just beats up Jimmy. He kicks Jimmy's ass. And Drew runs back in there and Claymore kicks the fucking shit out of Seth and he just yells at him. He's like, "This is the problem. I told you to stay focused. You're not staying focused because you're fucking with the bloodline. You're gonna fucking lose because you're not paying attention." And it's like, well, doesn't this all make sense? Because this, like, I'm calling it now. Drew's going to win the world title from Seth, like I've been saying for months. He's going to win it. But now Seth is going to be pissed. Seth is going to be pissed because it's all about the bloodline. The bloodline made him not focus. He lost focus because he kept fucking with the bloodline. He's pissed. Now he has to get revenge on the bloodline. And you know how he's going to get revenge? In that main event with Roman versus Cody. And the bloodline's going to be out there and he's going to be so pissed and he's going to go out there and stop the bloodline. But in turn, stopping the bloodline, he's going to fuck Cody over by accident and Cody's going to lose. This is great.
Yeah, you called that one before. I can see that now. Now more than ever, because he's too obsessed with the bloodline. He's more obsessed than Cody is.
Yes. And that's the problem. Like you're fucking not paying attention and you're gonna fuck everything up. And the second that happens, and everybody's like, I'm gonna tell you, everybody's gonna be so pissed. They're like, "Oh my god, he's lost again." It's like, dude, this. It's supposed to happen because it means more when it happens another place, another time, and it's just the biggest thing ever. I'm all for it. I'm all for Cody winning the title later on in the year. Everything's gonna be fine. We're gonna like we're gonna be fine. We're gonna be fine,
Yep.
people. We're getting everything we want. We're getting Cody winning the title. We're getting a bunch of great matches in AEW. Everything's gonna be fine. There's no bad here.
But Viper, it has to happen at WrestleMania. The story.
Yeah, no, there's no story. There's no story. Well, you want to know the story? You want to know the greatest story?
What's the story?
Okada makes $4.5 million a year working for AEW.
That's a crazy fucking story. Shit.
Yeah, that's a lot of fucking money. That's a lot of fucking money. 4.5 a year. That is holy hell. That's a lot. Like I'm super happy that he did that, but like yeah,
Fuck your story at that point.
basically. But like yeah, like I mean, if they're giving out money like that, I'm happy for everybody that gets the bag. I'm so
Yeah.
happy. But yeah, like that's a thing, and you know that's the last thing. So, any last words?
Get that fucking bag, Okada.